Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome back to, I don't even know what week this is. Is this week 2? Week 3, technically. We've only cast 2 weeks, but week 3 of the K12 Esports League Marvel Rivals Tournament. Today, the Pelicans will be playing the Bears.
The Pelicans are, one second.
We're getting the information. I apologize.
Yeah, there we go.
The LAVCA Pelicans of Averengers.
They are the Louisiana Virtual Charter Academy, and the Bears are California Virtual Academy.
Yep, they are both 1-1 in the season so far. The Bears lost last week to what looks to be one of the stronger teams in the league, the Wolves, and the Pelicans are coming into this week with a win over the Bobcats, which was last week.
So this should be a pretty good matchup. We have two teams that both 1-1. Still start of the season. We really don't know where everyone's going to end up at, but this should be a good match.
Fun facts for you. One, LAVCA is Emily's old school, and CAVA is coming here to Loyola.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that. LAVCA is one of our Fortnite players, Emily's old school, and Cavern, which if we go to the... If I could find it.
What are you looking
for,
buddy?
It. I'm looking for this. There we go. I found it. The Cavern on Team 2 here is actually coming to our school this semester. So, or sorry, not this semester. Fall semester. I apologize. Next year, fall semester. And so I'm excited for this match. What are you thinking about as we go into this game?
Taking a look at the general ranks, it does look like overall the Bears are looking like the more experienced team. They look like they've grinded a comp a lot more, but that doesn't mean everything. So I think we should look to see probably a lot of team play out of the Pelicans to be able to overcome kind of this like just rank differential, if you'd say.
Yeah, because if you do say it, there's a lot of Grandmasters, at least 3 Grandmaster players on the side of the Bears. But, again, everyone starts in bronze, so it doesn't really matter that there's a few bronze players on the side of the Pelicans because everyone starts there, even you, even me.
What matters more than that is the team play. So we're about to get into it now. We're going to be getting these bans coming through just a moment as soon as the match starts.
It's igniting the time stream, and
the time stream is paused.
The time stream is paused. Well, that's okay. You know, I would like to say, what are your opinions on Marvel Rivals as of right now? And you can be brutally honest as you want.
As an Overwatch superiorist, not a word, but as an Overwatch superiorist, I obviously think Overwatch is the better game. But Marvel Rivals does have this fun aspect. Each hero is unique, and they really do a good job about making the heroes come to life. And in a way that Overwatch does not, they put a lot of effort into making each hero feel really overpowered. Like, every single character, I'm like, this guy's too strong for this game. but
then, unless you're playing Magneto, and then you're sad.
Or Doctor Strange. If you're playing a tank, I would stop playing. I'd find a different game. Go to Overwatch. That's where the tanks are powerful.
No! You play Winston. Shh. Okay, going into the bans here, looks like the Pelicans have banned the Hawkeye, and the Bears have banned, what is that, Namor? Namor and Psylocke.
So it might be that the Bears are looking to play a dive composition here, and it seems that they're also trying to ban the Poke.
That is true, because we are seeing a Venom and a Star-Lord hovered by the side of the Bears, but obviously hovers don't really matter. MCU Silver, Lord on Widow. I would like to point that out for the Pelicans.
We have banned the Spider-Man.
J. Jonah Jameson is very happy.
J. Jonah Jameson, no Spider-Man here.
No menaces in this lobby. I respect that. Because they also banned the Moon Knight, very troublesome character from last week, if we recall correctly. The Moon Knight's doing so much that they don't want a repeat of what happened. They probably watched the stream last week, and they're like, well, that guy, too good. Moon Knight is too powerful.
Too much damage.
Yep. Also, Black Panther ban coming out for the side of the Bears. Interesting choice considering they're trying to be doing the dive comp, but maybe they only play like Star-Lord. Because they also banned Psylocke, so maybe they only just play Star-Lord for the dive character. Or Star-Lord for the dive character. So.
And they kept Doctor Strange. So maybe they're not really looking to go for a dive composition here. We'll see what they do when the game actually starts up. But Invisigirl ban.
Invisible Woman. That's not Invisible Woman. That is Emma Frost. Get your snow bunnies correct.
Whoa!
Wow, blonde
Sorry,
hair,
blonde. I'm sorry.
white
There's
hair.
like 4 blonde characters, and they kind of all look
They
similar.
all look
It's
the
my
same.
bad. It's my
I will
bad.
be honest. White, blonde girl in a white costume. That's just... They all look the same. It's okay. I understand. I get confused too. And there's the actual Invisible Woman pick coming out for Seraphim on the side of the Bears. So,
We'll see what they choose to do here.
yes.
We are starting with our round 1 being that escort map called Convoy in Marvel Rivals. They will be looking to push the payload to the end of the map, and if they get there, they get 3 points. If the other team gets there, they get 3 points, and we'll end up in overtime.
Yep. So let's see them. The match is starting. Here we go. Composition-wise, they haven't full locked in on the Bears, but they are on defense. Venom Doctor Strange is the tank duo. 2-2-2, standard composition. Star-Lord team up with the Rocket Raccoon. If we do not know, it gives Star-Lord an ability to throw basically a Sombra beacon for those who played old Overwatch, where he could just teleport to it at any time he wants. Sometimes people get to use that
Offensively, some people use it defensively. It's a really good escape tool, but if you want to go for a greedy kill, still really good for that.
as well as Rivals has very weird ultimate sound cues, so you could ult from out the range, like outside of audio range, and then TP in, but...
Well, here we go. Looks like we're getting 2 very tanky compositions, a little bit of a dive comp with the Venom and Star-Lord.
Oh.
No picks on the side of either team yet. Lots of healing coming through. We will be... Oh, big pick from the Venom. The dive comp coming through, getting a pick on the back line.
But instantly rezzed by the side of the Bears. Or, sorry, by the side of the Pelicans, just with a rocket beacon. Now they're trying to take space here, looking for any openings they can. Trying to get some damage with the Phoenix. They also do have a Mr. Fantastic, which is basically a pseudo-tank. Falling low, he does have to get bubbled by the Magneto.
So much damage, but so much healing coming from the Rocket on the side of the Bears. The Rocket will be close, coming up on his ultimate, and that will be a good fight winner here.
Now, still no picks, but the cart has been moved. Now, something to notice, they are running a Black Widow. There's the Rocket ult coming out from the side of the Bears. Star-Lord falling just outside of that Invisible Woman ult.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic ult also coming out, as well as an Invisible Woman ult that sustained them through the Mr. Fantastic ult, and we are now 1 for 1. Even teams were low. Star-Lord
Phoenix
coming
ult
back from
coming out
spawn.
as well.
They killed the res. No more res on the side of the Bears.
Now, it does look like the Pelicans are winning this in the end, but a trade through from Doctor Strange gets
2 kills
into the Eye of Agamotto, comboed with
what
the
an
Star-Lord.
ult! Gets 4, stuns 4, and the combo to Star-Lord will finish it, and that'll be a team wipe for the side of the Bears.
Well done to the side of the Bears. They definitely watched our stream last week because they comboed that Star-Lord and Doctor Strange ult just like last time. It was a different team that did that, obviously,
But hey, same idea in mind, and they did it perfectly.
Now, they are only coming in this fight with 1 ult compared for the 2 ults on the side of the Pelicans. And if we do see this, the Punisher ult can get countered by the Magneto ult if he's not careful. So we'll have to watch them here. Cloak and Dagger ult coming in.
Cloak and Dagger ult coming in. They will cover the point in that healing goo.
Punisher falls. There's
Punisher
the ult
falls.
down for the side of the Bears.
Yeah. No ultimate. Now we have the free Magneto ult. Can be used at his leisure. Will he use it to clean up the fight? We'll see. Another pick from the Phoenix.
Just trading out here. Honestly, both supports down for the side of the Bears. It does not look good if you want to stall the point here. The Venom is trying his best, but I think he just has to leave. He gets out at 30 HP. Is he going to cross? They don't look behind them.
They're not looking behind them, but in Marvel Rivals, you do not have any passive healing, so he'll be at 33 HP until he gets healed, and there he goes.
And there he goes. He could have used that Venom. Maybe he was just doing that for the quick reset with the Rocket Beacon. That was tactical, actually.
Actually, really good
back
play.
in there.
He's back in there. Gets the stall. He will get his reset and his extra shields here.
Now, big Eye of Agamotto.
Huge
Immediately responded to,
big
though.
Rocket ult, though. That's 1 down, 2 down. Will we see any more? The Venom is 1.
So
only
low. But the Bears end up winning it. The Bears come off on top.
After a great touch by the Venom, that res was so big. It gave them the momentum they needed to get back into the fight.
I wish we were on the Rockets cam because I'm unsure if that beacon was intentional, like if he was calming, like, oh, I have my beacon down, go die, or it was just he's got lucky. Let's say tactically, it was intentional. Venom now diving their spawn. I respect the heck.
On the back line, he does have the shield, so he should be able to get out here. He's low, though.
Nah, he's out.
And they will be okay.
Venom's
He
out.
does get the heal.
Oh, but Cavern ends up falling on the Mr. Fantastic to his wife, funny enough, the Invisible Woman. They still have the Magneto ult. Here it comes. Fear Magneto.
I guess the relationship was not as good as previously thought.
But
and a great Star-Lord ult. Gets 3, gets 4. What a good Star-Lord
5. 5 kills out of Sergeant Squirt. There's also touching, though.
Oh, it is overtime. Man, it's overtime. Mr. Fantastical, the only thing keeping them in this right now. Can he stall long enough for his team to get there? He's doing quite a good job of it. We are seeing a Doctor Strange portal here.
To portal them out of their spawn so they cannot leave. This is a big portal from Doctor Strange.
God, Mr. Fantastic's still on the point. He held that for so long, but it's not enough.
Unfortunate. That was a really close overtime fight. Unfortunately, the Bears just held on.
The Bears, just like they held on that. I want to go back to that Venom touch. That was so big because it resets the Venom's cooldowns when he gets res, and so he gets that shield health back. If you don't know, Venom, when he has an ability, so a lot of Venom players will use this to just get a burst of about 500 HP that can just be used to sustain and live longer. And so he used that to stay on the point, keep the touch going, and Bears were able to clean up after.
It's based on missing health, actually.
Oh, really?
So when he was at 30 health there at the end, before he died and before he got rezzed, I assumed he would just pop the E and get like 1,000 health. But I guess his rocket was just like, no, you need to die so you can reset with us. So I think that was tactical. I really appreciate that play. Because then it was just 6v6 and they had ults and they just ended cleaning up the point. Now we see them on the attack here. Let's see what they can do.
Still running that divey composition.
With the Venom. And now they do have the Psylocke this time.
So they probably will be going to a little bit deeper, trying to get picks on the backline. I'm honestly kind of still surprised, though, that the Pelicans lost that. They did a really good job about getting picks, pushing the point forward. But, hey, sometimes a Venom touch is just enough to win the game.
Yeah, and I will say the Pelicans Magneto used his ults. I guess he just didn't realize that they had Star-Lord ult on the side of the Bears, because then that Star-Lord ult got, like, what, 4?
The big dive coming in from the Venom, though.
But
I mean, he just
so
dies
much
for it, though.
damage for the Phoenix.
A trade comes through.
2 kills.
Rocket gets
They're on
a
the
kill.
Daredevil now.
Oh, from the
New character this season. I am unsure what he actually does, but apparently a lot here. MCU Silver is just going crazy in their backline.
If you notice the little black area around his screen, he has a limit to his vision.
He is actually blind, and I think that is really funny.
He's actually blind in-game. Now, some would consider that a disadvantage, but to Daredevil, it is an advantage.
Exactly. So much damage just coming out from MCU Silver. Now, I would like to point out they are running 1 tank on the side of the Pelicans, but Mr. Fantastic is a pseudo-tank because he can get into this big mode.
Venom gets a kill on the backline, though. No Invisigirl on the side of the Pelicans. They only have their Rocket, and they're down their Daredevil, too. We'll see if they choose to invest here.
But they have ults coming out. They could probably rip the Rocket ult, just keep everyone alive, but it just doesn't look like they're going to do it. They're probably just going to take a reset. Mr. Fantastic's in their team is going to fall down. They still have a lot of ults coming into this next fight. Both teams do. I would like to keep a special eye out for this Phoenix ult because this is going to be huge. Here it comes.
There it is.
Well, kills the Rocket.
Rocket gets down to 1, almost dead, but he'll get healed up, and unfortunately, they will not find much value. But it did force the supports back, and now they have some space here to work with.
Big Venom ult coming out from the side of the Bears into the Eye of Agamotto, hitting
almost everyone on the side of the Bears. They get 2 picks back, though. A res comes through, but the Psylocke ult gets 4.
Wow, huge Psylocke ult from Sergeant Squirt.
I think that's just going to be it here.
Yeah. They might have a touch. They could go Doctor Strange to Portal.
We see a Groot come out.
Are they going to Portal?
Oh, there's the portal. I don't think there's going to be enough time, though. They have seconds left, and that'll be it.
Maybe? No, they don't get it.
Unfortunate.
Wow. What a crazy game. That was just kind of dominant on the side of the Bears, honestly. Like, 1 fight with ults, and they just take it.
I mean, honestly, in the neutral, it felt like the Pelicans were doing very well in the neutral, but as soon as ults came into play, I mean, the Bears just knew what they wanted to do, and they just went and did it.
I agree.
Their ult combos would just get pick after pick after pick. They had so many 4 or 5 kill ultimate combos.
Yep.
And you know what? At the end of the day, it's more important to wipe the team than to get a pick here and there.
Exactly. And honestly, most of them came off the back of the Doctor Strange Eye of Agamotto. Like, he got MVP for a reason. I'm going to transition over to it here. He got MVP for a reason. He went 20-1 on
He had
Doctor
the most
Strange.
damage on his team.
As a tank, well done to this Doctor Strange player. Well done to Hex Depression 1. So some of these names just
What a
kind of
great name. But I think one thing is that Doctor Strange will, he may not be the best of characters at the moment, but he just does so much for his team. That ultimate is so easy to combo with pretty much anything. Because if you didn't know, those little spirits that come out of them when the Eye of Agamotto, sorry about that. The Eye of Agamotto comes out, it does double damage because you do damage to the spirit and the person.
Yep.
So if you use a big damage ult while that Eye of Agamotto is going on, that's double damage for that big damage ult. And so it's basically an insta-kill on anyone.
And it's a stun. It's a AoE team-wide stun. And I've been told we need to introduce ourselves, so I forgot. So I am Matt or Zhe, and this is Braden or I'm a Potato. He is a Potato. I'm still working on that name, I think.
I'll figure out a better name. But for now, I'm just Potato.
Yeah,
I'm just Potato.
He's a Potato.
I used to be I'm a Potato Overwatch. Not the best name. It does not roll off the tongue very well. Okay.
In Overwatch, he named himself Overwatch.
I wanted them to know I like the game. Okay.
I wonder what you're playing. But now, going into round 2 on Convergence here. Now, Convergence, I believe, is the King of the Hill mode.
Yes, that is the control point mode. I think that's the map where they oh no, the Central Park. Man, I need to get more accustomed to these. I'm used to control, used to hybrid.
Yep.
No, domination's a control.
This will be Convergence hybrid.
So Convergence, they will have to cap a point and then push the payload.
You're right. My mistake. I have not played Marvel Rivals recently, but I should know that. I apologize. Now, on the side of the Bears, they're just going to keep what's working. They have the Venom. They have the Doctor Strange. They are hovering the Mr. Fantastic on this one, which maybe they saw the Pelicans doing that, and they're like, you know what?
It's pretty good.
We want to get that out. Yeah, we want to get that Mr. Fantastic action on our team. Yeah. Maybe with the team up with Invisible Woman as well, because they did have that Invisible Woman player, Seraphim.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. The Star-Lord ban is actually very smart by the side of the Pelicans. That was what it feels like probably one of their biggest problems on that attack.
Yep.
But it does seem like the Bears are still sticking to their strategy, taking away Namor probably to help their Venom get some more value without risk of dying.
Speaking of Venom, though, they banned out the Venom. Oh. The Pelicans were like, no, that dive is doing way too much, and we don't have our Namor to deal with it, so you're not going to have your Venom.
They banned the Hawkeye too. Winter Soldier ban on the side of the Bears. I mean, I think we're just going to see pretty much the same thing we saw, but no Venom, no Star-Lord on the side of the Bears now.
And he was doing a lot, so we'll have to keep an eye out on his Psylocke, because his Psylocke ult did get 4 to secure the last game, so maybe he's like, okay, you can ban my Star-Lord, I'll just play Psylocke anyway.
Yeah, it does seem like they're going for this like little divey, but also like frontline pressure setup. So they have their Doctor Strange and their backline holding the point and a little bit of a dive, a 2-person dive going in, trying to get picks on the supports. And it's worked out for them well so far.
Yes, but do remember they do not have the Venom, and he cannot change his hover yet. So we're going to have to see what he comes out on, actually. Now, not that many dive tanks that are very good right now in Rivals. Like, Venom's probably one of the best ones. Hulk is Hulk. I don't know. He hasn't been very good. They banned the Spider-Man again. That's more important than anything else. The Menace is gone again.
There is no Menace in this lobby. No Menace.
There is. I'm so surprised.
We are seeing the Hulk, and we might actually see the Hulk come out. It's been a while since Hulk's been good. He was one of the more dominant tanks at the beginning of Marvel Rivals, but since a couple nerfs and just honestly other tanks that are just better than him coming out, it's been a while since he's been prevalent.
But I'm excited to see. Again, Mr. Fantastic is more of a tank than he is a DPS, in my opinion. So they're basically running 3 tanks. I assume the Hulk would be on the back line, so he'd be less of a front line, but Mr. Fantastic is very frontline heavy because he can shield his team.
We will be seeing a Hulk. I'm excited to see.
You lied.
Oh, I got baited.
It's a Thor. It's okay.
Hey, you know what? Thor's fun too. Thor's fun too.
Most tanks in this game are fun, I will say.
That is not true.
The tanks I play are fun, okay? And it looks like we are going for a portal to try and trap them out of spawn. I assume they know they're being streamed, so... Oh, he messed it up.
Oh, he messed up the portal. See, if you look down at that bottom right, that is a long cooldown.
Everyone, don't give Hex Suppression 1 too much slack for that. It happens. But this match is about starting. On both teams, they are running the Mr. Fantastic.
I do think this composition coming out of the Pelicans will be very strong. Lots of damage. They have the Phoenix. They have the
Hella as well, yes. A lot of poke.
Yeah, it'll be really hard for the tanks of the Bears to survive this.
But there is a Psylocke and a Thor on this dive here. Hella falls immediately to start
a great dive from Psylocke and Thor. They both went in at the same time and got that pick. So much damage put onto Hella. She had no chance of surviving that.
And the Mr. Fantastic diff as Idiot Dude takes down Cavern. Now they're just going in, trying to clean up these kills here. It is a 5v6. See if they can find anything else. No ults yet, but it just looks like their Pelicans are going to fall back, reset, look for this next fight. Still trying to do this so much poke damage with the Hella and the Phoenix. Coming up on rocket ults as well. Maybe they rip this and turn the fight down.
Yeah, first ult, if he uses it quick, they might be able to just win off of it, but unfortunately, the other rocket will also have his ult here now.
So now they can match together. Let's see which one comes out first. They also have Invisible Woman ult for this defense. A lot of ults going to come out here soon. Watch for this Mr. Fantastic ult. It's going to do a lot of damage. He falls low, but he's not using it. Double ults coming out. Insta.
Huge ult. They're going to use these double support ults to push up and do tons of damage. Phoenix ult and Mr. Fantastic ult coming out. They get no picks, though, unfortunately. The one pick is rezzed.
Big Thor coming out there trying to do anything.
Gets tons of damage onto the Phoenix, but he dies.
To the Phoenix.
Great job by the Phoenix, but there's the res.
Both teams are 6v6. Wait, Cloak and Dagger going down on the side of the Pelicans.
Oh, but then the rocket ult comes out late, and they just gets destroyed. But unfortunate.
Wow, that's great. They tried to Magneto ult to cover the
Hella ult coming out after her team is dead.
But I mean, she's stopping them on the point. They're not on the point anymore.
True.
Maybe he gets a kill.
Gets a kill. If she can get out here, that'd be really big.
I don't think she can. But the no Invisible Woman on the side of the on the side of the Bears does mean it's going to be an easy fight.
A late pick onto the Cloak and Dagger will mean that honestly they can just wait. They can just wait for their Invisible Woman.
Again, now no ults. They only have Idiot Dude's Mr. Fantastic ult. He falls low, but he does survive. And remember, if he does pop this ultimate, he gets a lot of shields back, but he just falls.
He gets walled off. The Groot just puts like 4 walls behind him, and he has nowhere to go.
Another kill by MC Sub on the Magic. Killing 2.
Great picks coming out. But the Phoenix ult.
Psylocke ult.
Phoenix ult. She gets one before the ult, but will she get anything else? She might get a pick. She gets a kill on the Groot. That's 2 for the Psylocke. Can she clutch it out? No, she cannot. She gets killed, and then the Phoenix will clean up. Great.
Doctor Strange
attack.
portal, though.
There's the Doctor Strange portal. We do have the Phoenix ult, and she is using it. Breaks the shield.
Doesn't get much else.
The Mr. Fantastic falls low. He dies, and unfortunately, they will.
I have Loyola coming out. Huge stun.
Gets 1, gets 2. There goes the supports. There goes the DPS. No damage, no health, and the group will fall again.
Well done. I apologize to the fans. There are so many ults going off in these team fights. It is very hard to keep up. But going to this next one, the Pelicans do have 3. They have the Magic, they have the Rocket, and they also have the Mr. Fantastic. They all are also coming up on Cloak and Dagger, because that ult can sustain them through a lot of damage.
He just swapped to Moon Knight, and he's at 100 already.
Wow.
He has an ult.
Already.
There goes the ult. It will give them the space here. He does some good damage, and now they're on Magic. Magic ult in the backline. Brings 2 of them down hello. Unfortunately, no kills looking to be found here. The Visigirl ult will keep them all up and sustained.
That was a really big ult from Seraphim on the Invisible Woman. Into her husband's ult. Onto...
He gets 1. Will he get any more? He gets 2.
Both Mr. Fantastic's bouncing on the objective. Trying to clear it off. Sergeant Horse finds another one into its ult.
But only picks are being found on the side of the Bears, and as overtime hits, there is no one left for the Pelicans to win this point.
They didn't even get a tick. I thought they did. Wow. Stonewall defense from the Bears. Well done. That ult usage was crazy. That Invisible Woman ult single-handedly saved them the point.
Yeah, honestly, it felt like another situation where ults were just better used on the side of the Bears. They used them together, and they used them in response. That Invisigar ult, they saved it for the ults on the side of the Pelicans. And even though they got good ults out, they did good damage, they just couldn't kill them through the ults. Support ults in this game, they're very busted.
Now, I will say, as a Magic main myself, there is a way to kill Invisible Woman in her ult. With your ult as well, because we were Magic ulting. If you full charge the right click, which is like the projectile, into dash, you can one-shot. But it's very hard, it's very technical, and I honestly can't do it myself. But I know it exists. Better players than I will do it. But that is very difficult. But honestly, well done by everyone on that team, because it was just...
The Bears, I mean, they just rolled. That. It feels like their supports are saving their ults for the right ultimates on the other side.
Yep.
And, I mean, like, the tank ults are just slowing them down. They got kills off of both of their DPS ults. Their DPS are honestly doing a great job of finding picks before the fight starts, using that rocket res up before they get their ult off.
Yep. MCU Silver.
Great audio spam here, guys.
Yes, he knew we were on his can. Now, composition-wise, it's pretty similar for both sides. They do have the Groot on the Pelicans. They're portaling on the spawn. The Bears are portaling.
An ancient technique. They just put it. Oh, they're gonna wall them off the point. They're gonna portal them off of the point, and they're stuck behind the portal.
Wow.
They might just went off of this. Rocket's forced to touch because he's the only one who can get around, and he dies for it. 1 down, 2 down. They'll get a third here. There goes the Psylocke. There goes the Trange, and that's just so fast.
What a crazy portal. Unironically, I don't think I've ever seen that portal before. That just won them the game.
They just put the portal up, and no one could touch.
The fastest point. Wow.
Like the Rocket, he had to use his movement to get to the point in order to stop them from capping.
Yep.
But he was the only one who could do it, and so he just got blown up.
That's wow. Well done. Well done to the Bears, taking it 2-0 over the Pelicans.
Honestly, that was a very one-sided affair. Just really good ults coming out from the side of the Bears, and their DPS getting those pre-fight picks. And if you can notice, the big thing here is the Bears were really good about not dying on this map. They did a very good job of keeping each other up, and when they would lose someone, they would back off and keep the pressure on.
Now, I would like to point out the damage is very similar across all teams. If not, Pelicans have done more. It's just that the Bears did more healing. Maybe that is with their ults. Maybe that is just their healers did better healing. I don't know.
I think maybe a key difference here is the Invisible Woman versus the Cloak and Dagger. The Invisible Woman can output extra damage. She has more CC, more utility, and her ultimate. Honestly, at this point right now, it feels like her ultimate is just better than the Cloak and Dagger ultimate. It keeps everyone up, turns them invisible, makes them really hard to hit.
Yep.
And you know what? Like,
especially against characters like Hela and Phoenix, which is what the Pelicans were running earlier before the attack round. Where they were on attack, they were on Hela and Phoenix, and if you're invisible, hit scans aren't going to see you, obviously. They can't shoot in there. They'd basically be shooting blind, and that's just so much damage that you're just not taking from both of them really powerful hit scan characters. I would like to point out, again, that the damage is just, if you look back on it, the Pelicans had more damage. You'd expect, if you just look at the right side of the screen here, you'd expect the Pelicans to win. But the Bears just kept each other up, played well as a team. Well done to both sides, of course.
I think their damage was more focused too. Like their damage, whenever they were shooting someone, they usually died.
Yep, exactly. They wanted somebody dead. They're like, shoot Psylocke. Psylocke died. Like,
I think it's a less of focus fire. So damage is not as important. Having more damage is not as important as having that damage focus into getting a kill. Because if you do 5 bajillion damage to an enemy tank, but they don't die, you're just feeding the enemy support ults. You're just giving them their support ults more and more. So it's very important when you're in these team fights. It's chaotic, it's crazy, but just making sure everyone's shooting the same person, it gives you so much more value. So I think maybe that's something to look forward to. Try to practice that, making sure we have our focus fire down. That would be a great way to increase this, because they're doing the damage. They got the shots in.
They just have to hit on the same target. I agree with you. I agree. I think it'd be a good plan. As well, I think the ultimates could be a little bit better synchronized. Like, they kind of, I would like to say they didn't really hold their support ults for crucial ults on the Bears side. Like, I would say the Pelicans, they started a fight with the Cloak and Dagger ult, I remember, when the Bears had Psylocke ult. Yeah. And then the Psylocke ult 4. And it's like, well, We had a cloak and dagger ult for it, but we used it. So,
Yeah.
but maybe I'm unsure.
Well-
Maybe that was their plan. It just didn't work out.
Well, it's just thinking about how ults interact with each other, and so it's just important to have those really overpowered support ults that will keep you alive through pretty much anything. Like it's important to keep those ready on hand for when you need them. So
Exactly.
I mean, and that's what the Bears did a great job. Bears did a great job of doing that, of doing just having those ults be used when they could get their value. If you do a combo, a Doctor Strange, Star-Lord combo, and they don't have a support ult, that's
over.
guaranteed team wipe
Yep.
right there. So
Exactly.
So just really good by the Bears.
I agree. Well played to both teams. Let's hope to see the Pelicans and the Bears back in a future match. Maybe they get a run back. Maybe they get a rematch in like the finals. Hopefully, both teams will improve and we'll get a better match next time.
Yeah. Good job though. We'll see you next time for
Short
the next
stream.
match
Yep.
in this tournament.
Short stream, but thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.
See you later.